I started it.
Nice. Okay, guys. Welcome to the NBN Podcast. We're here with BJ.
What's up?
We're here with Cheppy
Hello?
and JD.
Hello.
And I'm Johnny, and we're basically gonna just call this one the trade deadline podcast. Mostly what we're gonna be talking about and kind of the teams involved in those trades. So that'll be the main focus of the podcast. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start with our first trade that we're gonna be covering. We're starting at the OKC Chicago trade, which happened a little bit before the deadline. It's trade 98. OKC got Jimmy Butler and Bledsoe, and then Chicago got Hayward and Laurie. We'll go to BJ on this. What are your general thoughts on this?
All right, so first of all, I still can't believe Kyle actually got rid of Lowry. But obviously the trade makes sense for Kyle. I mean, he wants to compete. I don't know if Butler's going to come back to OKC, but I mean he's got good solid core with Westbrook, Butler, and Love, and then Eric Bledsoe coming off the bench, Jaylen Brown as well. So I mean I don't know if this makes OKC like a top contender in the West. I mean I don't know if they're better than the Spurs or the Pelicans now, but I mean, it should make it interesting, at least in the West. And then for Chicago, I think this makes sense. I mean, Lowry is a really good young player, and that's kind of what their goal is. I mean, they weren't really going to get Jimmy back after they traded him and then traded back for him. So I think even with the Hayward contract, still a solid trade for them, and it makes sense with their timeline, at least.
What do you think, Cheppy?
Well, when you look at the contract situation in Oklahoma City prior to the trade, it was a little burdened by the Gordon Hayward contract, and they've kind of taken themselves out of that situation. Jimmy Butler is expected to decline his player option, and we have Eric Bledsoe on an expiring. So this could go as like a prelude to maybe a little of a reset for OKC if they wanted to, or they could re-sign both these guys and have a pretty good balanced team for the remainder of their contracts until Westbrook falls off in a few years. That's good. Well, I'm not trying to say that Westbrook's gonna fall off in a few years.
Ooh, hot takes.
I'm just saying, it happens to everyone. He's getting older. He's like 30?
Yes.
Okay.
Damn.
So I'm just saying, it'll happen.
JD?
What was the trade again?
Come on, dude, pay attention.
The OKC trade.
Jimmy Butler, right? Okay, so anyway, Kyle has no loyalty at all. Like he trades Sabonis, then he trades him. But Chicago was sucking ass with Jimmy, right?
Yes, this is true.
Then I think it's probably even trade for all around. I mean, if Hayward can get back to where he was, which I think he can, I think Chicago ends up winning this. Chicago ends up winning this trade.
Assuming that Jimmy doesn't leave, because that's a possibility too.
I mean, even if Jimmy leaves, they're gonna be fucked with cap, right? Because Brown's getting paid this offseason too, right? Or is it next?
Not this offseason.
No, next
Next.
offseason.
Okay.
It could depend how well he does IRL.
Because Jimmy's obviously he still has Kevin Love. He's a free agent too.
Well, player option, he may accept that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I like it more for Chicago than I do Oklahoma, though, as in for the future. Because this year, I just don't see Oklahoma beating Golden State or the Pelicans.
Damn, shots at the Spurs.
The Pelicans. Oof.
Yeah, I don't think San Antonio's as good as they actually are.
Are you claiming that they're a sim team?
I mean, how do they do on stream? I just don't trust him that well.
Well, that's the thing is with a lot of teams, it's like Golden State, okay? That's a stream team for sure. They're gonna perform because it's just a given. but teams like San Antonio, it's kind of like an unknown. They could do a lot worse than Sims.
They are 3-0 on stream this year. They beat the Timberwolves
Right,
and the
but
Suns.
you'd assume,
Okay, that's
that
not.
level of team, those are bottom tier playoff West teams. So I mean,
Come on, man. They beat the Clippers too.
yes, and the Clippers.
Yeah, I think St. Antonio might be. Wait, who's the 8th seed in the West?
The Nuggets,
And who's the 7th seed?
the Kings.
Oh, god damn. Okay, well, never mind. They're definitely getting past the first round, that's for sure. I don't think getting past the second round.
Come on, Kings.
God, dude,
Kings.
that West.
the Grizzlies or Mavericks could sneak in there. You never know.
Jesus Christ, what happened? Oh, Michael, you're in here.
What's up?
Hey, bud.
Okay. So we got the general thoughts kind of summed up on that trade. Probably, it's looking like, at least right now, it's a win-win for what both franchises wanted to do.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to trade 99, the New York LA Porzingis trade. We'll talk about New York first, just open-ended. They got Brandon Ingram, Randall, European guy, Kurix or whatever his name is, and then 2 protected firsts, and
Lottery protected
firsts, and then the Golden State 2019 first unprotected for Porzingis, and they gave up a first somehow unprotected in this trade.
No, it was 1 through 6 protected.
The New Orleans pick.
Yeah,
it's not going to be one. It's not going to be 1 through 6. So.
Never say never.
General thoughts on New York's side of this deal?
JD.
Okay, I mean, it's the Knicks, so they're obviously dumbasses, but it's not that bad of a take for Porzingis, I guess. I mean, I think he's better than all those players by far, but I mean, it's the Knicks, so you can't expect much.
I'm just wondering how they gave up a first in the deal. That's really all
Exactly. It's just
all I'm wondering. I think this would be a good trade for the Knicks if they didn't give up a first, but I mean, you're I don't know with the I mean 2 lottery protected picks. You never know with that 2022 first if that's gonna be a lottery pick or not. And then the Golden State and Philly firsts are what, like early to mid 20s. So I mean, I'm not a huge Ingram fan either, so I'm not really sure how this trade's great for the Knicks, but I understand why they did it. I don't think Porzingis is all the talk with it, accepting the qualifying offer.
Yeah, I definitely got the sense that they felt a little backed into the corner because of all this news that came out at the time and the drama with his free agency. So there was definitely a need to, get him out, especially that the Knicks in here are not. I think if the Knicks in here they didn't have that controversy surrounding the playing time and all that they would have been fine.
Just mirrored IRL too closely.
Yeah, like if they would have did the same thing they did last year, like 9 seed with Chris Paul, 2 All-Stars, all that, I think they would have been fine. They would have been cool. But no.
I think this depends, like how the AD. This is like assuming, say, like AD gets traded to LA and the Pelicans got like Brandon Ingram. I think this is like the same case scenario where it'll look good in New York if Ingram actually develops into something. Because everything else in the deal for New York is like, whatever. But if Ingram develops and becomes like a 20-point per game scorer, then it'll look a lot better. But if he flops, then that changes.
I mean, honestly, I like Julius. I really dislike Brandon a lot. I don't think he's as good as people say.
Yeah, well, I feel like with Randall, everybody kind of knows what he's gonna be. So.
Exactly, but you're never gonna be disappointed by him.
Right. Yes. But yeah, it's really about Ingram, and then LA, good gamble. We'll see if they trade Porzingis for the first pick in the draft next year.
Hey, that'd be a steal. What? Yo.
Oh yeah, what did you give Damian?
Hey, I did the Magic a favor. All right, I said I told them in the summer I see your team with everyone on it, and you know what? I think you just need a point guard. You guys want Lillard, and my deals are good for both teams. All right.
And then you
I can actually-
drafted DeAndre.
I can actually confirm that
over-
statement.
Of course. I'm not gonna lie on the NBN podcast. What was someone was saying something?
Oh, I said, and then you drafted DeAndre Ayton over
Yeah, what
Luka.
about it, dude? You got drafted number 1 in the real draft too.
And look how the
Yeah,
Suns
but that's
are
because
doing.
of Suns.
Yeah.
What are you saying? He's not a good player?
I'm saying the Suns are like on a 14-game losing streak. and
Dude,
they-
Zion could be on this team right now, and he couldn't carry it.
When aren't the Suns on a 14-game losing streak though?
My biggest thing with Ayton
The
is like he
alternative-
gives zero fucks in college, so why would he? You know what I mean? I just no fuck him.
right.
He fucked up my bracket last year. Hate him.
Facts. Screw Arizona. Cost me money last year.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are haters. Straight up haters.
Yeah, so trade could be perceived either way, but we don't really know why New York gave up a first in this. Doesn't make much sense.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, of course you will, yeah.
Well, listen, we had some protracted negotiations, and it was the night of a Lakers game. So it took a while because we were both watching. And he said he wanted a net gain of 2 first-round picks when I made the offer, and then he said he was cool with it. Originally, there were a lot of we were offering 2. And then we said they wanted Zubats, right? And he was good. He put up like 26 points or something at the time. So everyone was real high on him. So we said no. And then we added another first, and the trade went through. So that's how it is.
So basically, New York fan, well, not New York fan, the New York owner is a Lakers fan. So
Oh
shit
yeah,
happens.
I mean obviously, if it was one of you guys having Porzingis, I never would have been able to make the trade,
all-
because you
'cause
guys
we
are
all-
just haters.
Yeah, because we all think you're a crackhead KD. so,
Exactly.
yeah.
God, really.
Anyways, welcome to the podcast, K-Man and Michael. Thank you guys for coming in.
Hey man's muted, man.
Well, yeah.
Well, K-Man said he couldn't come tonight, so we're just gonna act like he's not here.
Right. Okay.
Oh,
It's just a cardboard cutout of K-man's face and the.
We're moving on to Big Trade 100, where once again, Golden State somehow improves with minimal assets because crappy teams like helping them for some reason. Anyways,
Who did they
Uh,
trade with?
Denver received
Wow.
Etuan Moore, Monte Morris, Thornwell, Torrey Craig, Golden State first, like 4 years from now, 2 seconds. Toronto got Hizonia, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Hervey, Jordan Bell, Zaza, the Denver 2019 first, which could be valuable, and
What?
the Denver 2019 second, and then Golden State gets Bobby Portis, and then 2 filler players. So the question, we'll kind of break this apart. First
Wow.
one, was Denver justified in trading their first this year, which could be lottery, for Torrey Craig and Monte Morris?
These guys are
What
kind of
the
biased.
fuck?
Man. These guys are kind of biased. They look at the team success of the Nuggets in the NBA and they think they can recreate it in the NBN at some point. And I don't think it's gonna happen, man.
Nah, Johnny fucked that team up.
Dude, at the end.
Yeah, I definitely screwed the team up whenever I didn't make any trades with that one that we don't talk about, and that didn't even really go through.
Dude, is that the one where he got fired?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, he got
okay,
banned or whatever.
okay.
Yeah, he got
was
banned,
cheating.
I think, yeah.
Our good friend Eric.
Funny
was
meme.
there.
Funny meme. Moving
I mean,
on.
shit happens, dude.
Dude, isn't it because he said the N-word?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I got a temporary ban because I posted a trap card meme. So You know what happens?
Which
to the
isn't
best
that
of
bad.
us.
Like, let's be honest, it's not that bad.
Happens to the best of us. You know?
It's just a
Exactly.
strike, man. It's just as long as you only have one, what's the
Well,
you know.
I have 2 now because I tried to create a super team with Jokic and Love, and yeah. So, anyways,
All right. But yeah, anyways, look. With the Denver Nuggets, I think a large part of their offense was Isaiah Thomas because he's not trash yet in 2K, and he was putting up like 17 points per game for them, and I think he was a large part of why they're in the playoff race right now. And they're slowing down a little bit right now afterwards. You see why? Because Isaiah Thomas is gone, and their bench offense is now like 6 point per game scorers.
Yeah, I just don't like the trading their first. Like that's a pick. That's pick 15. Like right now, and it could drop even more. I mean,
It's not a deep draft, you know.
Yeah, but still, you don't know at this point. Like, you can.
I mean, if you look at the draft and you're like, hey, I don't really want to draft it, I'm not in love with anyone, then I think you can make. But at the same time, I think this deal would have been available in the off season, right?
God, my fucking.
Like it's not like they were left.
Well, Isaiah would be a free agent, right?
Yeah, but they could still give up their first.
Yeah.
And then you don't even have to include Golden State. You can just let them go into salary cap or hard cap over hard cap.
Yeah, so I just don't think this trade makes much sense for Denver. I think it's a good trade for Toronto, getting a mid first. And Jordan Bell isn't bad. I mean, Jordan Bell's pretty good.
I'd agree.
He's having a little trouble. Well, look, Toronto all about the short-term success right now while they don't have their pick. So expiring Isaiah Thomas, great for them. You know, that's why they did the trade for Dennis Schroeder.
I just think getting a first, dude. That's like the biggest thing. Like they might have a lotto first out of trading Monte Morris. I think that's pretty.
Yeah, they have Denver next year too, so they're making a long-term bet here.
How does that happen? How did Denver trade both for first? Like
Denver probably has another first, you know? Yeah, they have a first.
What happened? I think what I remembered happening is this was a trade that Eric and Brandon made before Brandon left. And Brandon traded Brandon traded some big contract. Or it was like something like that. Anyways, Brandon got Denver's first because he took on Bismack. Yeah, he took on Bismack, and so he got Denver's first.
It's kind of weird, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Denver. Oh, this is why, because Denver right now has the Kings pick this year, top 20 protected. So
wait, that's not even going to be a first though.
So yeah, that's.
Wait, so technically, don't they not have a first in 2 consecutive years?
Yes, technically, yeah.
That's just kind of weird. That's just kind of weird. Because
speaking of Toronto also has Charlotte's first this year, which is going to be mid first. So got two mid first they work with.
Pretty good haul for having drained assets. So, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Toronto's a lot better at the short-term success thing than Portland is. I think.
Yeah. And then Golden State got Bobby Portis for Hezonja.
Bell.
2023 first.
They didn't have Bell. Bell was in Denver.
Oh, he was?
Bell was in Denver, yeah. He got drafted by Denver.
So,
sure.
They traded Torrey Craig. The only if we're talking valuable pieces, they traded Torrey Craig and their 2023. So, for Bobby Portis, who looks like he's playing really good in Washington right now, and is like a
yeah, but are they gonna resign?
70s.
I mean, they gotta resign Clay too.
Yeah, well, they'll go into the hard cap to sign Portis if they need to, but
Portis, really?
well, who knows? Golden State is somehow wizards at avoiding the hard cap, so we'll see.
I mean, they were in the hard cap last year.
So are the Wizards. So are the Wizards.
Yeah, the Wizards. Yeah.
So yeah, that's that. We have a small trade right here where Patrick Beverly going to Chicago for a second to Houston, basically. decent.
And Justin
trade,
Holiday.
Decent trade on both sides, especially with Houston going more into asset gaining mode. Okay, here we go, boys. Clippers legend IRL Landry Shamet has made his way to Philadelphia a couple nights before he dropped like 17 in the fourth quarter on the IRL Celtics. Anyways, Contavious Cadwell Pope goes to Washington.
Those are first.
With the 2019 sack first, which isn't going to be that good, in my opinion. I think it'll be like a mid first.
Wait, now Washington is the 2019 sack first?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
I swear I
Wait,
just
what?
saw it on Denver.
Did they
according
trade
to
it to
this-
him later?
It's weird because Mike gets involved in the trade, guys.
No,
What the hell?
according to the spreadsheet, Denver has the Kings 2019 first.
It just hasn't gotten updated yet, but
Well, no, then they would have no first for the next 2 years. That's no.
well, no, I think this it's weird. Anyways,
Okay, this is confusing.
the point is, Washington took Contavious Cadwell Pope, which they should have gotten a lot more for taking $17 million a year for a.
I don't know. They gave up Jeff Teague and his contract $17 million too.
Right, but dude, Contavious Cadwell Pope to like
You,
yeah, you should know. You gave him the
I
contract.
tried both
so-
of them.
Yeah. anyways,
Dumbass.
the big part of this trade, anyways, is Philly got Mitchell Robinson, Shamet, Zaire Smith, some veteran bench pieces in Jeff Teague and George Hill, and Boston in return got Dario Saric and Derrick Rose. BJ doesn't get to speak on this. Cheppy, what's your opinion?
Wait, so Cheppy got to speak on his trade, but I didn't get to speak
Yeah,
on
because mine was a good trade. Mine was a good trade, so I get to talk about it. Okay. So basically, Boston got fleeced.
Damn.
Man. Look, when you look at this, you know what, Boston? I'll say about Boston. They're pretty good at drafting in the first round. Second round, except for one time I think they drafted like VJ Beacham or something like that. That was kind of dumb. But they drafted Landry Shamet, they drafted Jay
Exactly.
Smith, they drafted Mitchell Robinson.
I didn't
Those
draft
are good
it.
players, man. Those are good players. And then midway through their rookie season, and one of them hasn't even played in the NBA yet, you trade him for what? Dario Saric, who's a good player, but I mean he's just like a little older, I guess. And Derrick
He's
Rose
24, I mean.
on an expiring contract, like straight up like non-bird rights. He's on a 1 year. Those are non-bird rights. You can offer like 130% of his contract in free agency, and Boston is he's over the cap. He's just over the. They're just over the cap. They're over the cap by like. Actually, no. Next season they won't be over the cap, but they got to re-sign Tobias Harris. Or unless they just want to renounce Tobias Harris and then they're gonna re-sign Derrick Rose instead.
Yep, that's totally exactly what I'm gonna do.
Well, you know,
Reading my mind.
I don't know what's going on in Boston. Obviously they have some kind of secret plan because this is just like a total enigma of a trade to me.
God.
Well, the biggest thing is Boston is obviously shooting free agent point guard this summer, but I feel like this is just like a win now. Like get Sarge for the future, get Rose to hopefully win now this season. But if Landry and Mitchell turn into something special, then could look real bad. You know what I'm saying?
Just kind of weird, man.
I agree. If they, then that's the way I see it, I don't think those guys are going to be like starting caliber players, honestly. So.
No way in hell.
Let's see here, guys. If you had a team that was in the playoffs, you're a playoff team, and your best players are DeMar DeRozan and Andre Drummond.
Who's a beast in 2K?
And
Tobias
Harris.
Harris.
Like that's cool. I'm just saying, like this is a hypothetical. I'm not saying this is anyone's situation, right? And you had Tobias Harris, all right, as well. Would you go all in on this team by trading away 80% of your young players for expiring?
Would
for sure. Would you do for like an 80 overall? Not. I mean, if it was a star player, we're talking about a star player. This is
Hang on,
we're talking
didn't you
about 30-year-old Derrick
also
Rose.
hang on?
Talking
Didn't you
about-
also
Rose-
trade
we're
Hill?
talking about someone like
also?
Porzingis?
I
What?
mean, listen,
Yeah, Hill
Rose in
too.
82 and 2K. Hill wasn't gonna play. I mean, we just had to
No,
add.
man.
What? Dude, you're talking about needing a playoff point guard? And
No,
you-
hang on.
Bro,
How many more years was still signed
Jeez,
for?
bro. George Hill
1 or
doesn't
2?
One. He's expiring as well.
Dude, no, man. This shit ain't bad at all. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Derrick Rose is gonna no.
Derrick Rose got an A, 3 and 2K now.
Exactly, dude. That dude's badass in 2K. I tried getting him, but I'm not taking
Yeah.
the KCP contract.
All right, dude.
You,
You
I
think
signed
Derrick
that
Rose
bitch.
is
I don't
gonna
want him
get
to-
competing offers in free agency.
No,
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter about next year. It matters about this year.
It doesn't matter about next year because next year you're not gonna have a team.
Yes,
No,
it
because
will.
look-
Dude. What are you talking about?
Next,
Look,
okay,
they can
but I mean,
sign
you look
Rose
at the long term.
and use-
You have players that you can whose value can only go up. Pretty
It
much.
can go either way. Okay, boys, we got like a 28 team trade we gotta address. So
This is actually every team in the league except for me. No one called me about this trade.
I do want to point out, I do like that trade for Boston about the Derrick Rose trade. I do want to point out.
it could go. It's another one of those could go either ways. Who knows?
Unless you're Cheppy, and then we got fleeced if you're
Nah, it's it's Lakers fans, man. They're just as bad as Boston fans.
So, I'd
Thank
say
you. I appreciate that.
Could go either way for Philly and Boston. Who knows what Washington's doing? Nobody really knows.
Washington didn't that wait no. Jeff Teague's contract is 17 mil too, right?
Oh, yes,
but
it
it's
is.
it's
Oh.
significantly
Oh.
shorter than KCP.
Yeah,
But
I
not
know,
by
I know. I'm
much.
just
Anyways, let's move on to the big trade. We'll start out with Orlando's return since it was pretty big. They got Moutier, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Alan Williams, John Milos, Andre, and Willie. They got a bunch of small contracts and then MKGs for look Marc Gasol.
Oh well,
Hold on.
let's take it. What do you call it? Team
Hold
by
on,
team. because
Bluff
it's kinda
or
big.
Prim posted this. Prim posted like the give and receive in League Talk here. It's pinned. All right, so Orlando traded Marc Gasol, Danny Green, Jeremy Lamb, JJ Barea, and Tyler Eulis for those guys.
Well, certainly this was definitely a cap move for them because they wanted to get out of Gasol's contract, which is like they traded expirings for Gasol.
Which they traded for like 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway,
I mean, they said they
Uh,
like him though.
they got a lot of weird pieces. What you would think would be producing pieces. So I don't know how they were performing after that initial hard. So maybe this was worth it if those other guys weren't performing.
They got some defensive-minded players, MKG, Roberson. They got Big Sauce, Alan Williams, Emmanuel Moutier. I mean, I'm not really sure what they're doing, honestly.
So the idea was, since I have so much offense with Lillard and Harden, I figured I might as well go defense and rebounding with everyone else just about. Then I wanted Moutier to be my sixth man off the bench, and then obviously I wanted to get under the hard cap.
Right.
Are you over
So-
the hard cap?
Yeah, I'm under it.
So you walk into, bring Harden into the room, bring into GM Michael's room. Say, come in here, Harden. So you're telling him about the trades, and you say, now Harden, we know you like to pass that rock, right? Sometimes. So we got you some elite wings that could really help you. And you tell him, we're surrounding you with the best of the best on one side. And then you have to look to pass out to your left. Elite shooter Andre Roberson. On your right. That, even better. Elite shooter Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. So many options. And then you have Steven Adams down low in the paint, which, God bless Steven Adams.
What overall is Roberson?
75 or 6.
75.
75 or 6.
So my initial
I kind of
question
like
is,
this shirt actually.
Well,
obviously you can't have both on
You were in it. You were the biggest. You were in it. You have to like trade.
He's just talking about
Well,
Orlando.
let me tell you how the defense is going to be with the starters though. With the
Exactly.
Yeah, give me your starting
Yeah.
lineup.
because you'll have Dame, Harden, who is actually pretty good at defense now in 2K. Roberson at the 3, MKG at the 4, and Adams at the 5. So there's a lot of offensive rebounding with MKG and Adams, and then there's a lot of defense with everyone but Dame.
So, I would say it's safe to say you're not running pace and space or
No. It's more
No,
like
this
a
is
post.
going to be more about defense.
That's respect. So a lot of isolation ball, basically.
Also,
Yes.
Michael Kidd's like a 79 overalls. You guys like forget about that. He's actually pretty badass in 2K.
Right. Roberson and Gilchrist are obviously good defenders. It's just
No, Roberson sucks ass in 2K. I fucking hate that guy. He
Oh,
fucked us over last
you
year.
guys want to hear Roberson's shooting splits for this year?
I'm afraid.
I mean,
All right.
Do they add up to 100?
That's a good question. Hold on, give me a second. Get down to him. All right, so Andre Roberson. He played 50 games for us, averaged 14 minutes a game, averaged 2 points a game. But let's go to the shooting splits. 40% from the field, 28% from 3, 31% from the
that's
Wow.
pretty close to IRL Westbrook. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Bro.
Hey, but he shut down Paul George against the Pelicans today or yesterday. So
Did he? That's awesome.
Well, yeah, he
Dude,
does
I couldn't play him for more than 12, 14 minutes.
Oh, see, BJ, here's the problem. You didn't play him enough. So
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
if you
That
would
would have.
you're
we
like
have
35.
I think we have the second best defense in the league right now. What you're talking about?
This pre-DeMar 86.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he's still an 89 in the game right now, because Chuck hasn't done the updates yet.
Damn, still? What the fuck?
He's waiting until the All-Star break. Now he needs to.
Oh, that makes sense.
Now we're here, and now everyone's gonna get better, except for Portland.
That team's fucking shipwrecked, dude.
Come on.
God
Anyways,
damn.
speaking
We're
of their
all
Portland,
comrades, you know.
speaking of the
friends.
Portland talent, past
This ship
Portland
is
talent,
sinking.
CJ McCollum to Indiana with Kyrie getting shipped out. Indiana got Gasol and CJ in a box. They got James John, players plus 4K. The general good
Well,
to make a long-term move.
You're definitely cutting out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, do
Internet's a
better,
little
man.
shaky.
All right, so I'll list the trade here. Indiana sending Kyrie Irving, Gerald Green, Rudy Gay, Jonas Valanciunas, Tony Allen, PJ Tucker, Amir Johnson, Milos, and MKG. So basically their whole roster. And yeah, CJ McCollum, Serge Ibaka, James Johnson, Breonta Weber, Darius Miller, Jonathan Simmons, Evan Fournier, and Marc Gasol. So we could spend about 3 years analyzing this trade and we wouldn't fully grasp it, but let's just talk briefly about it.
It's perfect, man. These guys were stuck a little bit if Kyrie left, and now they've retooled, replaced with longer term contracts, guys who you can depend on. It's a really solid team. It's more solid than I think it was before. It's an improvement.
Uh-huh.
And they didn't trade Miles. They didn't do it.
Fuck no.
Very nice, very nice.
He's never leaving, ever.
Maybe in free agency.
No, ever.
Well, Miles just got extended. He's like 6 years
Yes.
Just saying.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, maybe in free agency.
2024, yeah. Big year.
Yeah, you gotta watch out.
So, yeah.
But anyway, so I can explain myself. I mean, I don't need to, but whatever. Kyrie was leaving. Dude, that dude carried us so far, and I respect him. But he was gone. So I got CJ. I got Ibaka with Ibaka.
CJ
like,
fell
whatever.
out in 11 minutes.
You know what? It doesn't matter. We're on a 9-game winning streak. Fuck. He wants to take a rest. Let him. I don't blame him. I would too.
Dude,
But
how long did you guys know that Kyrie was on the move? Like, for sure to Atlanta.
Since like the start of the season.
That's because me and Johnny talk a lot, but that's it.
Okay, well.
Yeah, bro,
Okay.
Kyrie
But
was
I went back and forth. Honestly, I was gonna do a dick move to the Hawks. I will completely agree with that.
What were you
I
gonna
was
do?
gonna fuck him over. Who was
Oh,
it?
he did that. He's done that to me before.
Exactly, with Kyrie.
You're gonna trade him to Boston?
At the beginning of the year.
Well, then what's the one that
No,
you were
this is-
gonna
this-
do
this
with?
one-
Oh,
No, this is last year. This is in the off season, I think.
was it the Nuggets? Hang on,
You were gonna trade him to the Nuggets? Wow.
I think so.
BJ doesn't have Kyrie right now because he just like his counterpart Danny Ainge, he treasured Terry Rozier too much.
Unfortunate.
Oh man,
It's where
I
being a biased fan gets you, you know?
yeah,
But Next thing on my trade, then I'll shut up.
I don't remember what the was.
My favorite player was that Evan guy from the Trailblazers. I don't know why.
What?
Evan
The
Turner?
Evan Fournier?
Yes, I love that guy for some reason. I don't know why. Like fuck CJ, fuck Gasol, dude. I wanted Evan so bad.
So bad that
you
you
might
don't
be the
remember
only
his-
one. You might be the only one.
Exactly. Who would pay $17 million for that guy? It blows my mind. But I will.
Dude,
Obviously.
the magic.
Magic.
Hey, cool down.
Hey man, it's not you. It's whoever your GM is.
I know.
Is he starting? I think he might be
Yeah,
starting.
he usually starts.
Yeah,
Course.
I think he is starting.
He started ever since he was drafted.
Oh no, I'm talking about like in the league,
Yeah.
like on my team.
Oh.
I think he is.
What on your team? What are you talking about?
Like he could be in the starting lineup. I forget. Who else do I got?
How do you
Yeah,
forget who your starters though?
He's definitely starting. I'm not starting James Johnson. I'll tell you that much.
You should.
Man, he popped off for you, man. Be grateful. Have some gratitude.
Nah, Fournier had 19 as well today. Yeah,
Exactly.
very
I'm-
team basketball.
I'm not trying to call people out or nothing because that's not who I am. I mean,
Yes, it
but
is exactly who you are.
I was supposed to get Ricky Rubio. And I wanted that dude so bad.
I was supposed to get Ricky Rubio too.
We all was. I was
know.
so
I
pissed
could have
off when
had
that didn't
Ricky
happen.
Rubio anytime I wanted. Oh my god,
Fuck off,
it's so
pussies.
easy.
I
coulda
did
had
have
Ricky Rubio.
I did have Ricky Rubio last year, and I traded him.
Dude, Rubio's so
Yes, I
badass.
was. I had the deal locked in, ready to go, and then I heard from him. I'm gonna need a first, chief. Well, I know this 2 weeks ago, so Ricky Rubio was not mine.
What were you gonna trade?
Uh,
Avery Bradley? Yeah.
Hey,
No
listen,
wonder.
listen, okay? Some people appreciate a feisty 6'1" defender who
I
has
did when he was on the. I did when he was on the Celtics, and now he's sucks.
gold defensive stopper, and he had a really great game with Memphis IRL. So I don't
Dude,
want to hear anything about it.
imagine signing a guy who had a career worst year and lost his reputation for a defensive player to a 3-year, $33 million contract.
You want to hear something? You want to hear something? It was supposed to be 2 years and 22 million, but they forced us into doing 3. And we're great guys, so we didn't want to cause any conflict.
Oh,
so we
okay, that just
took it.
sounds like a personal problem, dude. Beta.
Well, the whole cheating with Denver, that's not a conflict. Is it?
That's a listen. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna say it. NBN podcast.
He's gonna say it, guys.
exclusive.
He's gonna say it.
NBN podcast exclusive. Trade would have went through if Michael didn't snitch on himself. So
Oof.
Dude, true.
And then I would have De'Aaron Fox and a first.
right, exactly, dude.
Weird.
That's lit, homie. Lit.
Dude,
Okay.
Whatever.
Johnny would have destroyed the Nuggets, man. They'd have
Hey,
They'd have
listen.
Dude, wouldn't they have
Um,
Goran Dragic?
The plan was
He's the secret to the Cavs' success. Actually, I don't know what
the
you're
plan
talking.
was
Wait.
we were gonna build a super team with Kevin Love, which I mean, listen, Kevin Love and Nikola Jokic, you kidding me? Unstoppable. Actually, you can see a pattern developing here. I had Goran Dragic in my sights. Kevin Love, Nikola Jokic was already there. I was thinking about going and getting Jake Layman, so you know.
And you said the N word. Oh my god, fuck.
Dude,
I
and
know.
all of this, but they wouldn't have played him minutes. That's crazy, dude.
Johnny's digging himself a
They would've
deeper and
tanked
deeper
still.
hole.
Dude, you was out thinking the Knicks before they was even a thing.
I know, right? It's crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
Anyways,
All right.
Dude, the thing is, he got caught. The Knicks, they maneuvered it.
I
They were
know,
able to do
right?
it.
Perimeter didn't get caught. Mike didn't get caught after like 2 months after me got caught in the act.
No,
Just
Prim
not as
got
good.
caught for this hard cap stuff that he's pulling right now with
Hell, what happened with that?
dude,
Was
I
that
don't
actually a
know.
thing?
I don't know.
Well, all
man.
right.
It's
So,
weird. On the spread, there's
apparently they measure the hard cap at the trade deadline. This is what Bluff said. They measure at the trade deadline, so you can go over after the trade deadline, and they don't measure it till next year's trade deadline.
that's just kind
I
of
just
weird,
don't.
man. That's just kind
It's
of
like
weird.
what?
That's just kind of weird.
Prim just finding ways to finesse this. I guess.
Like you
It's
can
very interesting.
trade away your whole team, get under the trade deadline, and then sign everyone to like whatever. That's
Yeah,
kind of.
1
I
year
think that's
deal.
kind of weird, man. I don't know.
We'll just have to change it this summer. It's no big deal.
I mean, look. I mean, in the end,
Very.
Prim had to offload a bunch of stuff. That's the next trade.
Oh,
Right.
we still got like 6 teams to
But,
go.
Well, we can
so-
come back. We
yeah.
can come back.
Anyways, the problem is that Prim necessarily didn't get worse with offloading a bunch of stuff. Because
Oh, you
Okogie
shuffling
was
a
like
bunch
a
of fucking crap.
69, and Trey Lyles was like fat and slow and stuff.
Hey.
Portis, so
Hey, what are you talking about fat people like that for, man?
I mean, I'm not. No, fuck that. Never mind. Trey Lyles. That's kind of mean. Trey Lyles went to not my high school, but high school around me.
Oh yeah, wow, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, fuck Trey Lyles. Dude bitched out IU.
anyways.
And I don't like IU, but it still pisses me off.
Wait, isn't IU where Victor Oladipo played?
Yeah.
Yeah, Victor
And
Oladipo was a
Obama.
boss. He's a trucker.
Yeah, he was till his fucking kneecap exploded.
Alright, well look, that's just risk of playing in the NBA.
I was at
man.
that game too.
Playing in the NBA. Yo,
I've never heard of the
Nug-
guy.
The Nuggets and
Anyways.
the Nuggets and the Kings are tied up. Someone go watch
Oh,
a
Jokic, shit.
someone go watch an
What
illegal
happened?
stream of that. We'll keep you updated.
I'm watching it right now.
We'll get live. Okay,
Um,
thanks for having all your focus on this.
Atlanta got Kyrie. Is he gone or does he stay?
It's a
No.
good team around
I
him.
think he stays.
Dude, it's a
Yeah,
good
it
team
is.
around
It's a really good
him,
team.
I mean, it depends. Who can really sign him?
The Pistons.
The Pistons? I don't think he would go to the
Clippers.
Pistons.
JD's obsessed with the Pistons. I swear to God.
The Atlanta has a better has a better team than the Pistons, so I think they would keep
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying like any other team.
Who does Atlanta
Knicks
have?
now.
Atlanta.
The
Atlanta, they have
Clippers.
Whiteside, they have
Sabonis.
Sabonis, they have
Rudy Gay.
Brogdon, Rudy
Yep.
Gay, and they have
Carmelo.
And Melo, fuck.
I guess they have
Isn't
Rondo.
Whiteside gonna be
They
a
have
free
Rondo
agent?
too, but he's expiring.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. I mean,
Is
what
it-
more could
Oh,
you?
and
what-
Antetokounmpo.
yes.
Yeah, the wrong
Who?
one.
Atlanta
What
just
more-
got Rudy Gay
What more
and
could you
Jeff
want?
as well. So
Isn't
Atlanta's-
Whiteside a free agent?
I think he has 1 more year.
Okay.
Sabonis will be getting paid next year though. He's gonna get a max for sure.
Sabonis? Yeah, Sabonis.
yeah.
A max?
Max? Probably not.
Oh yeah, I'll max him his ass. I swear to God, I will.
Okay, well, I'll hold
Well,
you
you're
to
a Pacers fan, so you know.
Him and Miles can reunite.
Anyways, Atlanta. I mean, what more could you want? Carmelo, 2
Yeah.
Chains.
I
mean,
think
they
that
got
honestly
Cap.
made
They have
out pretty
Cap.
well.
Yeah.
Can
They
sign that guy
they
really
definitely
easily.
won this trade. I mean, they got
Oh, okay. You don't
Kyrie
get to
fucking
talk.
team.
No, you don't get to talk. This
Why?
is like it's like BJ fleecing Toronto for DeRozan and picks and being like, listen, listen, guys. Okay, I know it doesn't look great, but
Wait, you
I
think this
did
is a bad trade for the Hawks?
I did trade Jalen Brown and the number 1 pick. Which
I
just
think-
happened to end up being Fultz. Okay, so
which just happened to end up being like Jeremy Grant and Schroeder eventually. So yeah. No, I'm not just saying. I'm just saying like whenever it's hard for me to believe you whenever you're like saying the trade is good for the team that you traded with, because it's like, obviously you're gonna say that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
You're not gonna come in here and be like, oh man, we fleeced Atlanta, idiots. Anyways,
It's our
rest of this trade's kind of
irrelevant. Oh well, I do want to say that
irrelevant.
Miami had a good deal. They traded like James Johnson for Jonas Valanciunas, and center was a really big positional need for them. I think they've been I don't know who they've been running at that position really. I think like Montrezl Harrell, and he's undersized. So this for them, I think is really really good, really really good.
I think Portland actually made a decent trade here because they offloaded Fournier's contract for a couple expirings. So I mean,
yeah, that's weird.
I guess
think Portland shouldn't really worry about dumping contracts though when they had so many expirings.
Yeah, but who really wants Fournier at $17 million?
We know the answer.
JD.
Yeah. Legend.
Oh, he left though, so he's
That's
gone.
unfortunate.
So I mean, Charlotte got Danny Green and Jerebko, I love Jerebko, still love him even though he's not.
I'm just kidding.
Jonathan Simmons, Moutier, and Tyler Lydon. So
they traded a first for that guy.
Going the MJ route, getting all the UNC players, and we decided we need to get a bigger Swedish fan base. So.
The Suns are apparently big JJ Barea fans. They traded Big Sauce for him.
I too enjoy 6-foot point guards who just completely destroy their knees. My fetish.
And then the Boston Celtics got Jeremy Lamb. Big fan of that trade. Celtics,
Okay.
Did you guys trade?
Robertson and Billy.
Oh, another young player traded by the Celtics that will develop into a superstar.
Yep. Willie Hernan-Gomez, superstar. You guys heard it here first. Yep.
I think it was good for both teams.
Yeah.
It was a good trade.
There's nothing in this trade that like screams incompetent really, so I think it's pretty good.
Of course.
No, Chappie will find a way to make me.
Hey, look, man. As much I'm just a hater of the Celtics, man. Not any other team. All right. I'm an egalitarian, equal treatment for all, except the Celtics.
So you like the Magic?
Yeah, the Magic are cool. I traded them Lillard to help them.
Oh, okay. Whatever you say, brother.
What do you want from me?
I should have picked Doncic. That's what I want from you.
No. It would have been cool, but no.
Yeah, it definitely would have been cool. Definitely would have been cool having an 87 overall, but I guess we'll settle for an 80.
Yo, I could have had the same team as the Mavs, huh? Well, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, we got the Twin Towers, yo. We got the Twin Towers.
Plus Lonzo. Don't forget about Lonzo.
Yeah, plus Lonzo.
Yeah, Lonzo's a good play. Hey, man, look, don't be talking Johnny, because what I heard from Charlotte was, yeah, we like Lonzo.
Hey, listen.
Yo, hey, that guy. We're looking at Kemba, right? Lonzo Ball. For Kemba, really? Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I want to hear more.
That's it.
Just throwing daggers, man.
Dude, look, man. No slander, no exaggeration. Straight up, just straight account. All right.
Completely deny these trade talks.
I bet you do.
Completely denied. Dude, I'll tell you
Did
what
not
though.
happen.
JD kind of screwed me because I might have been able to get Bradley Beal in a 3-team, and McCollum would have gone to the Hornets for Kemba, right? but it never occurred because you know what Atlanta told me? We got a great offer for McCollum, and I don't want to jeopardize it. So that's just like, come on, man, really? Whatever.
Yeah, that's whenever we were getting pooped on for like 4 or 5 straight games, but then we heard from Mike that it's okay. Kimba loves them.
Kemba loves being the 8th seed.
The
Huh.
8th seed.
Not for long, baby. We're making our way back to the top. We made some coaching changes.
The top of what?
The top of the bottom tier of the East. So 6th seed, here we come.
The top.
Anyways.
The top. Come on, man.
Golden State made a little move right here. Trey Lyles.
Offloading all their
Didn't we
garbage.
talk about that already?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Last trade. Do the last trade real quick. Portland got Terrence Ross and a 2019 second for Jarrell Martin and Tony Allen. Basically, I don't know what Dallas is really doing here because salaries are about even. So I don't know why they gave up a second, but you know. Good trade for Portland.
Well, yeah, it's a little weird. I guess it's just because Ross is a better player, you know.
Right.
That's why they traded him with the second.
With the second, yeah.
Wait. Oh, with this. Yeah, you know. Oh. How many picks does Dallas have?
Dude, if I want to keep it real with you, I didn't even know this trade happened, but
Maybe they think they have
Yeah,
enough
this-
picks, you know.
right, it's like a homeless.
Just giving them away.
Yeah, huh.
Yeah, you know. I mean, that's what I wanted to do with my picks because I had like 4 in this draft, and I said I kind of want to trade them, you know.
I mean, honestly, you guys
Send them my way.
give some picks to Portland, man. After they gave you Dame,
Yeah, but I gave them a good return. What do you want from me?
D'Lo,
And
yeah, I
Aldridge.
guess.
What do you want?
No, they gave you Aldridge, right? Oh wait, no.
No.
How did that? Oh, he went like 3
Dude,
different
how do
ways.
you think I matched salaries with Damian
Oh,
Lillard and D'Angelo
This
Russell?
is true. Oh yeah, then you guys got him from because you traded Brooke to. Oh, okay, yeah, now I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, man. How unloyal some of you people are just trading your stars like
Dude, why should I have loyalty to like some guy who just joined my team like an hour ago?
that. Well, anyways, sums up the trade deadline pretty much.
So who do you guys? How much do you guys think Avatar's team is going to beat Killer's team in the All Star game?
Oh, dude, the All-Star game rosters, those are unbalanced as hell, man. Team LeBron though.
Shout out Team LeBron.
Team
My man
Killer.
Al-
Team Killer, dude.
Team Killer.
Absolutely awful.
Well, yeah,
Dude,
but
what? Dude, you're in the. Never mind, dude. Whatever. Never mind.
What? Avatar is a way better team.
wait. So, did Boston send anybody to the All Star game?
Yeah, Drummond.
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just legitimately asking.
Yeah, Drummond is on Team Avatar.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why. Never mind.
No, it's not actually. Look at the rosters, dude.
Dude, they got Julius Randle. That's my guy.
All right, we're done here.
Dude,
All right, man.
Your guy, the guy you just traded.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had Julius Randle and he was drafted by the Celtics and you re-signed him and they were like, okay, dude, we'll trade you Jaylen Brown and Julius Randle for what's his name? Porzingis. You
What's his
wouldn't,
name?
you wouldn't do that?
Of course I would, but
Okay, so what are you complaining for?
I just see an NYK next to his name, so you know.
Hey man, once a Laker, always a Laker. That's how it works. Except Dwight. Alright. That was a good, productive session of discussion. You know what I'll do? I'll give this to Chuck. He'll put it on the YouTube, and then at the end, you know, someone will be in their car playing this on the radio, or someone will be at work listening to this when they should be doing work. And then this outro will play, right? And then they'll be like, oh, that's me they're talking about. Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, dude. Never mind. Whatever. You wanna close it off, Johnny?
Okay. So finish it off, fellas. Trade deadline. Anybody have any closing thoughts they'd like to? Couple closing words. We're not looking for a paragraph here. Maybe just a couple sentences.
I'd just like to thank K-Man for being here.
Mm-hmm. K-Man was he was a presence that we desperately needed to complete the roster.
I would agree.
Okay. Are we
Um,
good?
until next time.
Mm-hmm.